Early hours of today, Friday, 6:30 a.m. at Kumasi, Adum, there's a fire outbreak closer to the Hello FM building, which sparked from an electrical shop. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen videos from Kumasi, and devastating because the issue of fire outbreak in our country has become rampant in the society. Watch the videos. Early hours of today in Kumasi, exactly 6:20 a.m., it was reported that an electrical shop at Kumasi PZ around Blue Light caught fire. As to how the fire outbreak starts or what be the main reason for the fire outbreak, we have not gathered so much information on that, but the fire has extended all the way to the Hello FM building, but it has not affected the Hello FM building, but all the buildings around that side has been destroyed due to the fire outbreak. And you know what? If you know Kumasi, Adum very well, there's a place called Blue Light. That place is so packed. It looks like Kantamantu in Accra here. When you are moving around, there's no space, so you need to maneuver your way to find access. So it was difficult for people who are at the scene to even show up and then help. When fire outbreak happens in this country, the first people we look at is the Ghana Fire Service. People were at the scene when the fire was extended. People were waiting for the Ghana National Fire Service to show up at the scene. Report says that it took the Ghana Fire Service close to 30 to 40 minutes for the first fire tender to show up at the scene. And when they show up, or by the time they showed up, guys, it was getting worse. Things were getting bad. People have lost their stuff. And you know, with shops in Ghana here, they run like a lot of things. Force bill, people sell a lot of expensive things in there. So you could see a woman who was devastated. She said she was just coming to work this morning. She left home and then she received a call that her shop is on fire. Look at the reaction. And when the Ghana Fire Service got there, people around, they were mad, they were frustrated to the point where they were going head to head with the Ghana National Fire Service. Why? People were asking them, why have they delayed? Because they have been calling them and calling them. Why are they showing up late? The issue of the fire service is not solely on them. They lack resources. The resources that is going to make work easier is not there. And even when they got there, access to where the fire outbreak starts was a problem. Because you see, the fire tender is very big. And the place is so small. Blue Light, if you live in Kumasi, you know Blue Light very well. It's one of the popular places at Adum. When you want to maneuver, if you are even walking, when it's a market day, it's stressful. Imagine a fire tender. How would the fire tender have access? And you see, we don't have the fire tenders that have something like, is it a forklift that can be, we can park the fire tender here and then it will be directed towards that side. No. For us, when there's a fire outbreak, we need to get close to the space before we can have access to that place. So the fire service even reported that they were struggling to quench the fire because the place was choked. Hence, we need to ensure for better settlement. This was one of the reasons. Another reason, when they questioned the Ghana National Fire Service, why are you late to the scene? Because it's like the harm has already been done. It started from just an electrical shop and it extended all over. And it keeps going. It kept going. When they came, they asked them, why are you late? This is what they said. Alex Nate, who was the spokesperson for the Ghana National Fire Service, disclosed in an interview with Joy News that the nearest Ghana National Fire Service stations, which could have provided immediate response, were unable to do so due to faulty fire tenders. The closest fire stations to Adum is Komfo and then the Kumasi Metro fire stations. The report is that the closest ones, they had no functional fire engines at the time of the outbreak. They had no functional fire engines at the time of the outbreak. So as the fire happened for Adum PZ, and they are calling on the Ghana National Fire Service, the resources are not even working. They have heard the news, but they can't move. They have heard the news, but they can't come to the scene. I'm not blaming the fire service, but I'm blaming the authorities who need to ensure that the fire service are well resourced. Because when they got there, the residents were attacking them. Why have you delayed? You have already waited. Even it was even reported at the point that the first fire tender that arrived at the scene, there was no water in it. People were asking, say, what is the fire tender coming to do? Even when they arrived, access to the place is a problem. And if you see the videos this morning, as at 6:20 a.m., even at 7, it was worse. Because where the fire starts from, story building, where would you get water? And if you follow the Ashanti region very well, in recent time, they've had an issue with water. How would you fetch water from downstairs, climb the staircase, and then go and then quench fire? That's also another problem. So they just have to come out and observe. Imagine you go to your shop, just witness all your properties gone. You can't do anything. You call fire service and they are not having, the closest fire stations are not having resource. So they have to call on other fire stations that are not even close to PZ to come to the scene. Imagine. And the number of fire outbreaks we have recorded in this country in 2025 alone, be serious. Kumasi, Kantamanto, Northern region, they reported a fire outbreak. After the elections, it has been fire outbreak, fire outbreak, fire outbreak, fire outbreak. Adum, one of the biggest markets in Kumasi. Fire outbreak, fire service come. And the painful thing is that as the fire happen, people they cry, people are sad, people are devastated. We have 2 individuals who decided to use unscrupulous means to steal. Watch them. Police arrested. What? Fire outbreak happened. People are crying. Fire service is struggling to have access to the place. You that you have access to the place, you maneuver have access to the place. You rather you go steal. He wear Barcelona jersey.
Yamal Maneko.
Yamal Lami. Lami Yamal. How? How are we doing this to ourselves? Police had to come in to arrest them. And as we speak now, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Amwakuhene, he rushed go the scene immediately. Even as he go there, then people still don't agree. People were going head to head with the Ghana Fire Service and then even the Ghana Police. Because why? Why have you waited for this long? And it is not their fault, guys. It is not their fault. If the machines, they said the fire tender that has that kind of, is it forklift? Yeah, I've forgotten the name. That particular, we have 3 in Ghana. We have about 3 or 4 in the whole country. We have about 3 or 4. The one that we can park the vehicle at a very far distance and then we control the fire. We have even seen fire outbreak here where fire service personnel tried to just sort things out or work things out, and at the end of the day, they were injured. They risked their lives for you and I. So sometimes it's not their fault. It's not like you have called them and they are refusing to show up. You have called them, but the resources will bring them to the scene. They don't have it. First, we used to blame them, but this time around, it's not on them. And as they come to you people to vex, they argue, they fight with them. But it'd be very sad, because if you look at our mothers, our aunties, our brothers, our siblings who have decided to start business for themselves, people just rent shops. By now, electrical shop, your shop there somewhere, fire just come. If not for the Ghana National Fire Service, today if you go Hello FM, it's not working. If not for them, like Hello FM, it's also gone. They said around that place, there's a despite building, the fire is 10 good outside too. Why? As to the main cause of the fire outbreak, electrical shop, I don't know. Now, if the place is choked like a slum, imagine the electrical connections there. There are sometimes you'll be working in some market, but how? But well, so sorry for everyone who has been affected by this fire outbreak at Kumasi, Adum, and there's a trending news now. If you go online, everyone is talking about it. People are calling for the fire service. People are calling them out. People are bashing them, but it's not solely on them. Government needs to ensure that they resource these people to enable them to do the work easier. If not, we'll see another fire outbreak and then fire service. Well, we have seen that same Kumasi. There was a fire outbreak sometime. They say they don't get this thing. Water finish. Water finish. And they rush to the scene with just the empty vehicle. These are some of the things that we are facing here. So if you go online, it is going on. I've seen a video where when the fire was ongoing, right? Someone, if you can hear from the background, he was blaming Ibrahim Mahama for buying a private jet instead of buying a fire tender. Listen closely, you hear the person. Obia brenye ni sika no onfanto fire tender instead of buying his personal private jet. Well, this is what is happening. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let's continue the conversation. But yes, this is what is happening when you go to Kumasi. My name is Ace Kanti. We'll see you on another episode. Sorry to everyone affected. We just hope government to put measures in place. As the police is there, the regional minister is there, the MP is also going to show up. That we make sure we change the settlement at Blue Light inside Adum PZ. My name is Ace Kanti. We'll see you. Way out.